Well, as the weather is getting warmer and more people are getting in the house buying mood, if you are looking for your next home, Money Man Stephen Hughes is here with 4 things that you should do before you can close on your home. Hey, Stephen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see you again, my friend. Okay, so this was me just a few months ago looking to purchase a home here in the Midlands. So tell us, what are some of the steps that we should walk through in this process?
Yes, and congrats again on the
Yeah,
house.
thanks, my man.
But the first things first, you're going to want to know your financial stats. And so not just knowing like how much money you've saved, but what is your credit score?
Yeah.
Like, what are the things that are going to determine like what your interest rate is and how much house you can buy? So definitely pull your credit report from annualcreditreport.com and check on your savings, and make sure that your financial goals are taken care of so you can really start saving for your home.
And think about that right now, because it does take a little time to prepare that information, because there's a lot of documents that you need ahead of time. So make sure you have a financial plan in place ahead of time. All right, build your team. What does that mean?
Yeah, and we were just talking about financial plans. You need a plan for your team as well. So we're talking about lenders. We're also talking about real estate agents. And I know if you go on Facebook and drop a question on who's a credible real estate agent around here, you'll have 100 comments. So go to your trusted family, your friends, maybe some of your coworkers, and ask them who they've used, just so you can get a better feel and the lay of the land.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to ask those hard questions too, because again, you want to find that real estate agent that works best for you, that understands your needs, that's willing to be an advocate for you.
Definitely.
All right, next you got to determine how much you can afford, and sometimes that's where people go a little overboard, Stephen.
Yeah, well, as far as how much you can afford, it's going to be depending on what kind of program that you're going to be signing up for, whether it's first-time home buyer program and FHA loans. Like these are things that will be explained to you in detail depending on who you use as far as a lender and a real estate agent. But you definitely want to make sure that you create a plan for these things as far as how they're coming down and how much house. You don't want to, like you said, overspend. I know that's something that you thought about when you were putting the numbers together for your house. So definitely you want to break down your budget. And it's not just swapping your rent for your mortgage payment. You're going to be responsible for a whole lot more now that you're a homeowner.
Yeah, and once you get in that house, then you've got to think about furnishing that house and everything that you need for that, okay? And Stephen, lastly, it's always important to stack your savings, because you never know what might happen when you get into this home.
Not only what will happen when you get into the home, but you're going to be responsible for a few different fees. I know from my friends that I talk to, they're always saying like, I'm always giving a check to my realtor.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to pay for a down payment, and there are going to be fees that are coming across your desk often. And so just be prepared that you're going to have the money stowed away so that you don't creep up on that financial stress. And you can take care of everything else that's going on.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I found out too, is not only were you going to have to make, that down payment, you're also going to have money for inspections. You're also going to have money for different things like that. So make sure you have your savings in place. And for Stephen, a lot of people who are getting tax refunds right now, this is a good time to maybe save that money to put towards their new home.
For sure, for sure. You can cut that in half, put some towards your financial goals, and then kick some to the side for your new house.
All right, Stephen, thanks for being here. How can people find you for more information?
They can find me on Facebook at No Money Inc., or they can find me on all social media at No Money Steve, on Twitter, Instagram, everything else.
All right, good to see you on this Easter Monday, Stephen.
Same.
All right, we'll be right back with more News 19 this morning after the break.